Hello and welcome, this is Mousegunner, and we're back with some more of the Beast and Exploration DLC of Battle Brothers. We completed a contract, and now let's go into town and get the benefits of that. So, trade routes are no longer ambushed, and we still have local holiday, so things should be good here. Let's take a look at the marketplace. I am likely going to pick this up, although it is being sold for more than it's worth. This town probably doesn't like me enough yet. We have wood here, but again, it's being sold for more than it's worth. The tools, that's not actually bad prices, but we'll hold off on it for now. This is enticing as well. So that and that perhaps we'll pick up. But let's see the situation at the moment. Nothing here is necessarily calling out to me. I am going to sell this woodcutter's axe. I'm not sure I want to keep that around. Alright, let's see how my men are doing. So I picked up another injury here, which will take 2 to 5 days to fix. Fortunately. But everybody else is alright. We did pick up a couple things for head protection and some body protection. So let's just go through, figure out... oh, you lost your shield. Your shield was destroyed. Ah, it's gone. We can't repair it. Well, that sucks. Because I don't have another shield for you. I mean, I could give you a buckler as a stopgap. Sure, we'll do that, even though I would prefer not to do that. The thing with bucklers is they're good for melee defense, but they're not good for range defense, so you can get shot up with arrows. As a comparison, 15-15. So it's still not as good as a wooden shield, but it's not going to build up the kind of fatigue that you could build up if you had a shield, because it's -4 fatigue versus -10. So that's kind of the situation with that. Now what I could do is one of these men in the back, I could switch out their shield for a buckler instead, which is probably the wiser thing to do, considering that this man is really important to me. Alright, so he's at 77. We've got -2 fatigue, -6 fatigue. Okay, so this is not bad setup. Although we could get better armor for the same fatigue, so we'll do that. And also make some matching now. That's important, right? Okay, moving on. So just for 1 more fatigue, we could get or 2 more fatigue, we could get a helmet for this man. Although I don't know if he's the most important person. This is probably a more important person to protect. So again, for just a few more fatigue, which I think we can afford, get ourselves a helmet. And hey, it matches blue and white with a blue and white shield. Okay, moving along. This guy's got fatigue to use, or spare. As far as armor goes, we're all right there. As a matter of fact, let's get some protection for this guy, and then we could give some protection here. There we go. Perfect. Although this guy might be getting subbed out for Rupert when he gets better. How is Rupert doing? 1 to 3 days on the pierced chest. All right. Okay, so as far as the other headgear goes, what does the broken nose do? Okay, that does kind of suck. I always hate the injuries that affect your fatigue. So for the same amount of fatigue, I can give this guy better head protection with this. Will do. I think of my men. This guy I want to protect a little bit more, so we'll give him this, which is the second best head protection we have. And then we could probably pass along his protection as well. So -1, -3. There we go. So better head protection. You got your nose broken now. Hopefully this, I mean, your nose is still out in the open, but in theory, it will protect you a little bit better. Okay, and then we've got these caps so we can pass back. So, yeah, you're the one doing better on fatigue, so you get that. That. Okay, well, that's all of our men upgraded to a certain standpoint. We've got better armor. Better head protection. Looking good. I could probably get rid of the headscarf, but let's go ahead and get into the hiring screen now. We still have better armor that we could pick up, like for example this could be picked up. But let's go ahead and take a look at the hire screen now. We have over 1,000, but I'm not going to spend all that. I really just want one archer, so it's going to be the best one available. So let's start with Frizzo, I guess. Frizzo the Fletcher. Hey, you got some alliteration. Let's try you out. He is greedy. Well, that's not going to likely be something that I go for. Try out. Faint-hearted and fear of greenskins. Wow, that's terrible too. Okay, well, we won't be hiring anybody today. I mean, we could get Corey the Arrow Maker, perhaps, but that's a lot of gold, and we just spent some money to try people out and didn't get anywhere with it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad I did try them out. So I want more. The character's greedy and will demand a higher daily payment than others with a similar background, as well as being fast to leave you if you ever run out of crowns. I mean, that's not the end of the world, and it's definitely better than this. This guy is just going to be terrible. So, yeah, we're not going to be taking him anytime soon. All right, well, I guess it's time to take another contract. Perhaps. We could move on. And just see if we could, let's take a look at the map real quick. So where's the next closest village? That's a town. That's a town. That's a town. That's a village. That is a lot of travel to get to a village. Trapper, pig farm. Well, the trapper might give us some of what we're looking for. So we could go on that. Now, honestly, we should probably... a couple of villages over this way as well. We should probably look towards... what that contract here is, because if it's a travel contract, it might get us where we're wanting to go anywhere. I'm going to try and quickly look at the map and figure out where's what, but I probably won't remember. That's one of the big problems with the travel contracts. They'll say, oh, you need to go here, and then you're like, I don't know where that is. Can I look at the map before I take the contract? Sadly, no. Okay, let's go ahead and get in here. It's a 2-skull contract, so we almost... maybe lost some people in a 1-skull contract. Now, we did lose somebody in a previous 1-skull contract, so even 1-skull contracts are not to be taken lightly. Okay. Raymar the Elders crosses his arms and purses his lips. Ordinarily, I wouldn't ask some sellswords to guard a caravan. Ah, perfect. But my usual crew is a little out of it. Sickness, drunkenness, licentiousness. I think you get it. What's important is that I have important cargo going to Gronenberg, I don't remember where that is, about 2 days to the west. Well, it's to the west, so there you go. I need someone watching it. Are you interested? What does it pay? He nods. You look able, so I'm willing to pay you quite a bit. You'll be paid 120 crowns in advance, and another 480 when the job is done. We need to be paid more for this. He just looks at you sternly and shakes his head. You get 120 crowns in advance, and another 480 when the job is done. Alright, I will accept the offer. I need some time to think about it, though. Because I want to see where we're going. So is Gronenberg to the west. Okay, over here. That's actually not a bad location for us to go. Maybe. We'll see what's here. Copper vein, wheat fields, goat pens. Maybe not what we're looking for, but it gives us a contract, gets us moving. And it's fine. We can always come back here later, and maybe some of these not-so-great people will go away. Alright, we'll take it. Traveling contracts are usually good ones to pick up. You may get attacked, but Then again, there's a possibility you won't be attacked at all, so it's kind of free money if that happens. The only downside is you have to travel. Usually the how many skulls you get, I think, is an indicator of how far away it is. Like, the further it away is, the more skulls are, because you may get more and more combats. I think that's how it works. Alright. Now, there's two types of contract jobs. There's ones where you have control, and there's ones where it just takes you on a ride. Let's see which one we're at. We're on the one where it takes you for a ride, so I'm not doing anything. It's just moving. So it's not like we can avoid conflict if it happens. Now, fortunately, we have peasants traveling with us, so if any combat does happen, they might get drawn into it. That's one thing that's good about traveling along the roads is if hostiles attack you, oftentimes friendlies can get drawn in. These are some friendly troops, so they're kind of going along the way with us. Sadly, we're too slow for them. We do see some foot tracks of some beasts. Hopefully nothing happens there, but we do have peasants nearby in case something does happen. You see, that guy patrolling the roads may have protected us. These are all battles that have happened. So these roads have been attacked, just we've been lucky. Another day here. And another thing that's great, while we pause here, about going on a caravan, is it forces you to travel, and it makes your men get better. They lose their injuries. 1 to 4 days on that. So Rupert's more or less good to go. Sadly, I'm in a situation where I'm going to have to pass some things around, but just in case we get attacked, I want to be ready for it. So, I'm sorry, my friend, but you're going to need to get downgraded in protection. Because Rupert is more experienced than you are. Although, saying that, not so sure how true that is, but let's grab him. Put him there. Give him, well, he's got good fatigue. They both kind of do, though. Alright. You get that. You get that. I think you previously were equipped with a spear, but I don't have more spears for you. I probably should have looked in that shop to see if there were any. Ooh, a flail. It's going to be better than this. Yeah, 2045, 2555. Chance to hit head, plus 10%. Same thing there. Does build up a little bit more fatigue, but he's got, I think, enough. What else do we want to look at? Damage ignores armor, 30% versus 30%. That's the same. But 100% effective against armor. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. It is an upgrade. And what are we going to do here? There's going to be a hole in our line no matter what I do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift the line down. We can just remove this guy, honestly. Let's do that. Because he's still injured. Just for simplicity's sake, we'll remove him. Remove his head armor and his spear. And give it to this guy. He's probably going to be alright in a little while. And then I took your protection away. We're going to be giving it back. And then you can take this. And just so that you're not indecent, have a shirt. Okay, yeah, so we are healthy and ready to go again. And this guy is re-equipped with a spear. That's nice. Okay, looking good. Let's continue on our way. But so far, we've avoided any conflict, which is perfect. That means we may... we're not that far away from our destination. It's right there. You usually also fast travel while you're doing a caravan. We're going at the faster speed. And there we go. We just got free money, pretty much. And they get well supplied as well. So in this town, they get a modifier. And we'll see that once we get into the actual town. You've made it, having delivered the caravan just as you'd promised Raymar the Elder. You would. The caravan leader thanks you with a payment of crowns. He seems rather thankful for the fact that he's alive, briefly regaling you with a tale of when he barely escaped an ambush by brigands. You nod as if you give two shits about what's happened to this man. Okay, so we got paid. Let's get into actual town here. Okay, so not only are they well supplied, but they also have rich veins going on right now. So Extraction of minerals and metals will be greatly increased until it's exhausted, but the settlement has also experienced an inflation of prices. Oh, that sucks. But to counter that, this place has been recently supplied with fresh wares, and many of those can now be bought for the right price. You have a one skull contract here. There's also a Fletcher and an armorer, so let's see what we can hire. Sadly, nothing jumping out at me as something I'd want. I'm looking for somebody that's good with ranged combat, and these guys are not that. So let's leave. We could go to the Fletcher just to buy some goods. I'm tempted to buy a quiver of arrows, but I can't really use it at the moment because of the guy having his inventory full, unless, of course, we remove the bandage. Ammunition's a little cheap here, relatively speaking. Armor, we'll see if there's anything cool here, but they said inflated prices here at the moment, so not sure we're gonna get good deals. I could buy a shield. Let's see what's in the marketplace though, because that if there's a shield in the marketplace, it might be cheaper. Yeah, it is cheaper by a good margin. So at the moment they're selling copper ingots, but they're selling them for more than they're worth, which doesn't make me inclined to get them. I would like another pitchfork at some point, but I'm not going to invest in it while I don't have the men for it. Another militia spear probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but, you know, I'm saying all that. Really, I should probably pick up a wooden shield. That's going to be the thing that I think matters here. So we'll do so. And then we'll go back to my men. I just realized how unnecessary that may have been. But yeah, this guy's back and healthy. Okay, so we're going to have to do some shifting around with my men. Maybe it's time for a pitchfork. What I could do is I could put another man in the back line here with a pitchfork. I think I had intended to do this man with the pitchfork. Alternatively, I could go for somebody that actually has a chance to hit. Which is usually generally a good idea. Somebody that has good combat skill. But at the same time, if they've got good fatigue, then I want them in the front line. So is there somebody in the front line that is kind of poor fatigue, but still good combat skills? Maybe this guy? We'll see. I'm going to go through. I mean, I have to consider, though, that this guy is pretty well equipped at the moment. Let's see the difference between Oswald and Rupert. So if I were to give Rupert the same equipment, yeah, he has much better fatigue. So you're going in the back line, my friend. And this is what I was talking about. That shield purchase was actually unnecessary because I'm just going to be... Oh, wait, that's not true. I didn't give a shield to this guy. Whoops. Oh, yeah, no. Again, yeah, that's unnecessary. I was on the wrong person. Yeah, so that shield purchase was unnecessary, but that's all right. It gives us a backup. Gives us a backup to what we had. All right, and because this guy's going to be a backliner, we don't really need to give him armor necessarily, so there's no reason to spend at the moment. Now the question is, do we want to keep the bludgeon and get that chance for a stun? Because we did use those effectively. Or do we go with the wooden flail, which could potentially do more damage? Nah, I think we keep the bludgeons. Again, that did have its uses. Okay, so we've determined what we're going to do here. Let's grab the pitchfork. This may be a temporary change, but, you know, we'll make it work. So, do we want to buy one that's beat up so that we can buy it for cheaper? I mean, we'll consume tools to fix it, and then you have to think, is that really worth it? I'm just going to buy one that's not beat up. Okay. Now, I could buy another spear, but if we're going to do the setup like I have, no point, because we have the perfect distribution. So you have been equipped with a pitchfork. Okay, perfect. And as we get more protection, we'll pass it back to this guy, but for now, we're fine. And we probably have more shirts than we need. So I'm going to look at the at selling some of these. As a matter of fact, I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell one of the wooden reinforced wooden flails, and I'll sell a couple of these shirts just to, you know, we probably don't need that many because we're only 2 away from getting as many men as we need. Okay, well, not bad. And this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So in the next video, we are going to look at that contract, see what it is, and then decide from there where we're going to go. There is an advantage of traveling a lot as well, because there will later be an achievement to travel everywhere. So it was fine that we kind of did that. If we get a contract here and it's a travel contract, we'll take it, obviously, so we can keep traveling. If it's just in this area, then we'll make our way back over to Weidhof, because that's where I want to hire men. Unless there's another location nearby that is a good candidate. Usually speaking, what you're going to want to look for is wooded terrain and one of the buildings here that would indicate something like that. So for example, Weidhof over here, we've got a leather tanner, which the woods around it and the fact that there's a leather tanner makes me think that likelihood. Also, we have the Arrowmaker's Shed, which is the reason why there's all those boyars. Those things combined make me think, you know, you're likely going to find poachers, hunters, things like that. So that's what you look for. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.